Hello and welcome to my yoga. I'm Nicole and this is beginner yoga. So we're going to start our practice today laying down on our backs. So just taking a moment to make your way down. Finding a comfortable position for your arms and for your legs. And if there is any tenderness in the low back, you can always support your knees with maybe a pillow or a bolster, or you can always have them bent, resting against each other, feet wide. Just choosing the position that feels best for your body. If it feels okay, extending the legs out. Just letting all of the muscles relax. I'm going to place one hand over heart center, and the other hand to rest over your belly. I'm starting to lengthen your inhales and exhales. And just begin to notice the breath moving beneath your hands. The inhale, filling them, lifting. And as you exhale, feeling them empty and soften. Just very slowly building each breath. Gently moving every inhale deeper and deeper into your lungs. And with each exhale, beginning to draw the navel into the spine, emptying out every last drop of air. And as you start to fill up and empty out completely, just noticing the natural pause in between each breath. Feel yourself resting, calm, centered in this moment, completely connected to you. And starting to wiggle your fingers, starting to wiggle your toes. If you're not already there, bending the knees, soles of the feet coming to the earth, and gently opening your eyes. Taking a big breath in, reaching your arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers, flipping the palms of the hands. And as you breathe here, just feel the fullness of your inhale, expanding and opening your rib cage. As you exhale, feel the lower back releasing into the earth. With your next breath out, drawing the knees into the chest, grabbing them, hold of them with the hands, and just allowing the legs to soften and separate. Noticing how this releases the back of the body into the earth. Feel free to invite some gentle movement in here. You can rock from side to side, maybe circling the hips in their sockets. Just breathing deeply into any places that feel tight or tense, but also noticing the places that feel really open. Bringing yourself back to center now. Releasing the soles of your feet to the floor. And take a breath in, shimmy the shoulders underneath you so you feel the opening across your chest. Then with your exhale, gently drawing right knee in, interlacing the fingers on it. As you inhale, the shoulders roll back, your heart fills. Exhale, drawing right knee into right shoulder. Inhale, let the knee gently move away, make space for your breath. Drawing in as you exhale. Doing that one more time. Breathe in. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale now, sending this leg straight up to the sky. As you exhale, interlace the fingers on the back of the hamstring. So the leg is gently pushing into the hands is gently pulling back onto the leg. Starting to bring that right ankle into circles. Moving in the opposite direction now. And inhale to extend out through the sole of that foot. And if the leg won't straighten completely, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter how deep you're going, you just want to feel the breath and the stretch in your body. If you're moving deeper, pulling on the leg as you exhale, letting the toes move back behind you, but still feeling that hip or low back sink down into the mat. Deep breath here. As you exhale now, bending into the knee, crossing that ankle on top of the left, stretching out your hip. So keeping this foot strong, looks like you're standing on it. This protects the knee joint and the hip joint. If you're not feeling the stretch or you'd like a little bit more, grabbing a hold of that left hamstring, drawing that knee into the chest. And if the knee is coming in, bringing it in line with left shoulder, that will help to get you deeper into the hip. So as you inhale, fill up completely. And as you exhale, empty out completely, allowing the lower body to release down towards the earth. Taking one more breath here. As you exhale, slowly release. Let's take an inhale here, center yourself. As you exhale, left knee comes in, interlacing the fingers on it. Breathe in, feel your heart filling. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Take one more big breath here. Draw that knee in deeply as you exhale. And sending left leg straight up to the sky. Interlacing fingers on the hamstring. Gentle push of the leg into the hands, gentle pulling back. Starting to circle out that ankle. Noticing if there's any differences between the two sides of the body, there usually will be. Moving in the opposite direction now. Inhale, extend out through the sole of your foot. If you're moving deeper, exhale, draw on the leg. Every breath in, you're inviting space and length. As you exhale, perhaps moving deeper, maybe just softening those muscles. Take one more breath. Exhale, bending the knee, ankle crosses over right. Staying here if you wish to, right thigh comes into the chest, grabbing a hold of hamstring. Relax the shoulders back. Feel the hips just starting to sink down towards the mat. It's that release through the lower body that will give you more stretch in your hip. Taking one more deep breath here. As you exhale, release, soles of both feet to the earth. We're going to inhale, extend your right arm by your ear. As you exhale, roll over onto that side using the arm as your pillow. Bringing the left hand down in front of your heart. As you inhale, very slowly start to rise up. So we're going to make our way onto all fours, coming into tabletop. So you're spreading your fingers really wide. And you want to let the weight root down through the knuckles of your fingers. This will take any pressure off of your wrists or shoulders. Then we're stacking shoulders directly on top of wrists, hips directly on top of knees. Take a deep breath in here, lengthen the spine, let the shoulders slide back and down, and then just gently pull the belly in. Another inhale to lengthen. We're going to curl our toes under as you exhale, lifting your hips up and back, moving into downward facing dog. So I'm pushing the floor away from you with my hands, letting the ears release in line with my biceps. The shoulders are sliding back and down and starting to pedal out the feet if that feels good to your body. Every inhale, the spine lengthens, the hips lift. That takes weight off of the front of the body. And then as you exhale, you're just letting the heels start to sink. You can always bend the knees as well here if you need to. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's release those knees down onto the mat. Bring them a little bit wider than the hips. Big toes come to touch. We're moving into child's pose. So you let the hips sink back towards the heels, walking the arms forward and releasing the forehead down. Now, if the forehead won't make it all the way there, feel free to support yourself, maybe with a block, a pillow, whatever's available. Relax the shoulders back. Take a deep breath in here. Empty out slowly with your exhale. One more breath. Feel the back body expanding. And now as you inhale, slowly rise back up, using the breath to move. Setting up, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Breathe in here, lengthen. As you exhale, curling the toes under, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Push the floor away from you. Deep breath here. Now, as you inhale, bend your knees deeply, look between your hands, and just take your time as you start to walk yourself to the top of your mat. Once you come to the top of the mat, hands to the shins, lengthen to a flat back. We're going to bring the hands onto your hips as you exhale, bend into the knees, and slowly come all the way up. Once you're up, stepping your feet hip distance apart. Have the feet parallel to each other. We're going to bring the hands onto the hips. Take a breath in, lift your heart up. As you exhale, feel your feet rooting down into the earth. Just notice that strength in the legs. Pull the belly in, scoop the tail under. Another inhale. As you exhale, you're going to root down through that right foot. Take a breath in, and you're stepping your left leg back to lunge. So the foot's coming back 45 degrees flat on the floor. Toes are a little wider than the top corner of your mat. The right foot, it is in line with right hip facing forward. Square your hips in your warrior one. Now, if you're unable to square the hips or the back heel is lifting, simply step it in a little bit more, maybe out a little bit wider for more support. And if and when you wish to, as you breathe in, option to sweep the biceps by the ears, pinkies turning in to relax the shoulders. If this is too much, hands can come onto the hips. Take one more breath here. Now, as you inhale, slowly start to straighten out your right leg. Make sure the knee doesn't lock. We don't want to cause any damage to the joint, so the foot is pressing down. You can feel the strength in your leg here. Hands come onto the hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gentle pulling back of that right hip. We're just hinging at the hips with a straight spine. You might just be moving a couple of inches. If it feels okay, maybe coming forward a little bit more. Take one more breath. Push your right foot down. As you inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend back into your right knee. Sweep the arms up as you inhale. Soften the shoulders, warrior one. Big breath in, fill the heart. Bring the hands onto the hips as you breathe out. Inhale now. Back foot pivots, lifting the heel. Take your time. Center yourself. Feel that right foot rooting down. Take a breath in, look forward. And then as you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Give the legs a little bit of a shake as you need to. Just let this go. Then back to your Tadasana mountain pose. Feet parallel to each other, rooting down. Belly in, tail under, shoulders rolling back. Feeling the heart lift up as you breathe in. Next, inhale, draw the hands onto the hips. Feel yourself here centered and strong, that left foot's rooting down. Take a deep breath here. A little bend into the knees. When you're ready, right leg steps back to lunge, warrior one. Back foot flat on the floor, 45 degrees. So you want to find a position where you can really press into the outer edge of that foot, and that motion is going to help to pull your right hip forward as the left pulls back. Navel's in, tail scooped under. Option to reach the arms up if you wish. Maybe bringing the gaze up to the sky. Deep breaths. Feel yourself strong in your warrior pose. As you exhale, now hands come onto the hips. Slowly, left leg straightens, making sure that knee doesn't lock. Gently pull left hip back. Take a breath in. Abdominals are strong, hinging forward at the hips. Your choice how far you're going here. Just feel your feet pressing down, rooting into the earth. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, bend back into left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. If that serves you, relax the shoulders. One more breath. Bring the hands back onto the hips now if you've raised them. And as you inhale, we're going to pivot that back foot, lifting the heel. Root down through left foot. Take a breath, abdominals strong, look forward, and then step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Give the legs a little bit of a shake as you need to, shake out the arms. Then make your way back to center, back to Tadasana. So finding that positioning with the feet, hip distance apart, belly in, tail under. So feel that strength. As you root down every inhale, the energy rises up to fill you. Your heart lifts, little tuck to the chin. As you exhale, the shoulders slide back and down. We're going to take a breath here, reaching your arms up. You're going to grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, softening the shoulders. That right palm turns to face the sky. A little bend in the knees, deep breath, lengthen. As you exhale, you're pulling on that wrist and leaning over towards the left, belly in, tail under. If this is too much, you can always release the arm down, maybe just reaching out through that side. Just direct the breath into the side body. Inhale, expands. Exhale, feet press down. Come all the way back, big breath. Separate the hands, relax the shoulders as you exhale. Inhale, left palm turns. Exhale, grab the wrist with right hand. Relax your shoulders. Take your time. Inhale, lengthen, fill up. Exhale, gently leaning over towards the right side. Again, option to release that hand down. Maybe simply directing the breath into left side body. Inhale all the way back up. As you exhale, palms of the hands pass through heart center. Inhale, bring the palms of the hands to face forward, coming back into your Tadasana. If it feels okay for you, if it feels comfortable, closing your eyes. Just taking a couple of breaths here. feeling that energy flowing through you. And placing one hand over heart center, the opposite hand over your belly. Notice the change in the breath moving through you. Just taking a moment now to thank yourself for this time. Namaste.